A shocking new tape has just surfaced this week, and I promise you, you've never heard a story this bizarre about Diddy before. The situation around Sean Diddy Combs just hit another level of unbelievable, and this video is your single source for every major development that dropped in the last 7 days. We're breaking down his desperate legal move to get home for Christmas, the explosive reactions from Dr. Umar Johnson and Diddy's own ex-bodyguard Gene Deal, and a leaked interview with an adult film star that describes a hotel encounter you simply will not believe. And that's just the beginning. We've got exclusive prison updates, celebrity warnings, and the viral memes that took over the internet this week. Stick with me, because this story is evolving by the minute. Before we dive into this week's chaos, here's where we stand. Sean Diddy Combs is currently housed at the Federal Correctional Institution in Fort Dix, New Jersey. Lawsuits continue to mount, and the recent Netflix documentary produced by 50 Cent has poured gasoline on an already raging fire. That's precisely why we're launching this comprehensive weekly breakdown, to make sure you're fully informed on every twist and turn. So if you want the full, unfiltered picture, stay until the very end. Alright, let's jump into the first major update. Just before the holidays, Diddy's legal team made a frantic attempt to get him released from prison. Yes, they actually filed an emergency appeal hoping he could spend Christmas at home. His lawyers went to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, essentially pleading for his freedom by arguing his sentence was unconstitutional. That's a massive claim to make. Their core argument: they say the judge acted like an extra juror by considering testimony that was disputed and even looking at conduct Diddy was found not guilty for. They're hammering the phrase "not guilty" means not guilty, and even cited recent guidance from a sentencing commission chair. Major outlets like Fox News confirmed the filing, but here's the outcome. Christmas arrived, the holiday passed, and Diddy remained behind bars. No judicial miracle was granted. That appeal failed completely. Now, let's shift to the court of public opinion and some fierce celebrity reactions. First up, Dr. Umar Johnson. In a sit-down with The Art of Dialogue, he was asked about 50 Cent's documentary. Dr. Umar flat out admitted he didn't watch the series. He said he felt he already knew everything from following the case, but he didn't stop there. He launched a full critique of 50 Cent. He called the documentary an exercise in self-hatred for profiting off another black man's downfall. He questioned why 50 Cent isn't using his platform to tackle issues like police brutality or church abuse scandals instead. Whether you agree or not, it's a perspective that forces you to think. Is this about justice, or is it capitalizing on drama? Tell me your thoughts below. Next, we hear from a man with insider knowledge. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard. He spoke with Cam Capone News and did not hold back. Gene Deal said the documentary was heavily censored to protect certain celebrities.
Understand? So it was crazy. A lot of stories they should have told that they didn't tell. You understand? They showed pictures of different people that was no longer, but they was instrumental in the Bad Boy. They couldn't even tell the real Bad Boy story. How Puff and them got their money, got started, and stayed in the game before Clyde Davis. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't have the pictures, they didn't have the person to deliver the story. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy got their start with Corey Jacobs. Corey Jacobs, a dude you see next to Puff before he went to jail the whole 9 yards. Corey Jacobs went to jail for drug distribution and transporting narcotics, and he got 16 to life sentence. You know what I'm saying? So he was pardoned by Obama. His money and Wolf money is the money that started Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? To keep Big, you know, when he let Big go, when Andre Harrell let Big them go, and Craig Mackner, Puff had to get money to keep them there. You understand what I'm saying? Before he can go make the deal with Clyde Davis. So what he do? He take their money to piece Big them off for some money before he makes his deal. You understand what I'm saying? So they couldn't even tell.
He claimed it missed the true origin story of Bad Boy Records, pointing to a figure named Corey Jacobs, a man who, according to Gene, provided the initial Wolf money that funded the label before the famous Clive Davis deal. That's a huge piece of history left on the cutting room floor. He also pointed out glaring omissions in the federal case itself. Why are there no gun charges despite weapons being found? Why no specific drug charges? And about those 1,000 bottles of baby oil, Gene doesn't buy the simple explanation. He suspects they contained chemicals used to subdue people. His final bomb? He hinted that money from the notorious B.I.G.'s budget or estate may have been diverted to build Diddy's own wealth. If true, that's a profound betrayal. What's Diddy's life like inside? TMZ secured an exclusive with former NBA player Sebastian Telfair, recently released from the same prison. prison. Telfair suggested this forced time out might actually help Diddy reflect and emerge a better person. It's a surprising take, considering the environment. Now, for a chilling warning, rapper The Game appeared on the Back on Fig podcast. At first, he complimented the documentary's production. Then the tone shifted dramatically as he recalled Diddy sending 50 Cent flowers to a club. The Game called them death flowers, implying they were a narcotic-style threat. He warned 50 Cent to be careful, hinting this feud could have dangerous real-world consequences. Do you think that's a legitimate concern or just hype?
Your main two charges that you talk about in court, you don't even charge him with? Come on, Cam. The gun charge. They had right. The drug charges. Those baby oils had stuff in it. It even came out in the documentary, and one doctor them said what had them. Nobody carries that many and wrapped up in certain things. Come on, bro. If you was using baby oil, you ain't gotta carry it with you.
Okay, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The leaked tape story. Adult film performer Sly Diggler gave an interview to Vlad TV that describes an encounter so strange it's hard to fathom. He says back in 2021, he was contacted via DM by a woman known as Jane Doe, alleged to be the mother of 50 Cent's child. They moved to a FaceTime call where she seemed nervous, glancing off screen. They arranged to meet at a hotel suite. When he arrived, Jane Doe answered in lingerie, but first he had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Then Sean Diddy Combs entered the room. Sly says he was a fan, so he wasn't initially bothered, but then he claims he accidentally recorded a video on his phone during the encounter. In that video, he alleges you can see an oiled up Diddy walking in the background, and then came the most jaw-dropping claim of all. Sly described Diddy as having a micro penis, estimating it at around 3 inches. This alleged tape is now the subject of intense speculation. If it ever leaks, it would break the internet. Before we wrap, a quick reminder, if you want this level of breakdown every week, make sure you subscribe to let me know in the comments what you want to see covered next, and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel. Finally, let's look at how the internet reacted. The memes were relentless. 50 Cent himself trolled on Instagram, writing that he knew Stranger Things was upset because they spent $500 million on a season only to be beat by Diddy doing Stranger Things. It was a savage, viral dig that everyone shared. The online comedy machine turned this serious legal saga into a non-stop joke fest this week. That's everything for this week's breakdown. The Diddy saga proves truth is often stranger than fiction. Now, I want to hear from you. What was the most shocking detail for you? Do you think this alleged tape will ever surface? Is the Game's warning about death flowers serious? Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next update, because this story is far from over.